Mr. Kennedy, right there.
If that doesn't end.
Is he for real?
Yeah, yeah, so it
Once he gets through this process, we're good to go, Judge. We'll get you.
pass the word down the line, pass the word down the line. Actually, you're nice and cool. Won't you know my air condition went out? It only goes out in summer. I think the air conditioner will go out in winter, when I don't need it.
I need that, please.
Is that all he has to sign? Is that there? This is copy. That's his copy.
This is his copy, and he has signed. Problem. Judge, if you can give me your...
And what do I put, no bond?
Yes, I'll go there if you don't. They were late getting the emails in here, so that's why.
Yeah, so I can't remember them. All right, that will take care of that matter. Next matter will be Denise Bailey. Denise Bailey, number 10 on the docket. Aggravated child abuse, we got no bond, Mr. Beatty, number 10. And the co-defendant is Michael Howard.
I don't remember seeing him on the docket.
Denise Bailey.
Yeah.
Aggravated child abuse, aggravated child abuse, aggravated child abuse. Take a look at her record. Don't have a record on her here. Okay. Denise Bailey. Let's take a look at her record. So she got a clean record. How long you live in Brevard County, madam?
My whole life.
Got felony abuse in 2010.
He's actually got a previous conviction of this.
That was convicted at felony child abuse in 2010?
Yes.
What are the allegations, Mr. Beatty?
Beating the child with an extension cord with a belt and apparently dunking the child in a aquarium to make the child tell the truth.
I don't know how to get this to my name.
Control Alt.
That's it, I don't even know how to get out of that. All right, Mr. Beatty, gonna help me out here for the time being. All right, ma'am, you understand the charges? How old are you?
32.
How many children you have?
3.
How old are these children, Mr. Beatty? One child?
Judge,
He doesn't say it?
I only know what's in
And 7 and 4.
10, 6, and 4.
What do you suggest by way of bond?
The bond schedule is $5,000 per count, and there's 3 counts, Judge, so it shouldn't be any less than that.
Find it probable cause to hold her. Mr. Kennedy, you not representing Michael Howard, are you the co-defendant?
Not to my knowledge. Have we been appointed on this case?
Well, I don't know if you have any previous dealings with Michael Howard. So I'm going to appoint you to represent Ms. Bailey. The bond will be $5,000 per count, madam. And what special condition, Mr. Beatty? Who's going to take care of these children? You got to stay away from them.
Well, I mean, I can DCF.
My sister got them.
DCF's gonna
Stay away from these children. You understand that?
Yeah, they're in Orlando with my sister right now.
I can't hear you.
They're in Orlando with my sister right now until everything get figured out.
Okay. Complete stay away. Public defender appointed. Next matter. Erica Barrel.
Did you have any contact with the defendant on that, Judge, that I missed?
Stay away from the co-defendant Michael Howard and all the children. Home invasion, robbery, or firearm battery. Co-defendant Travis John Chico. Victim Sean. How old are you, madam?
I'm 21, and there's lots of incorrect information on this file. That's why I was trying to talk to an officer yesterday.
You're in big trouble, ma'am.
Again, there's lots of information that is wrong.
You love your time, and how long you live in Brevard County?
21 years, and this is the first time I've ever been in trouble. And again, a lot of this information is wrong. Starting with the assault.
Co-defendant was here yesterday. I think, didn't you guys get appointed yesterday on the co-defendant? Yes, I thought so.
While this computer is booting up, Mr. Beatty, help me out a little bit, as you always do. Give me a little factual background, his home invasion.
Come along, I'll give it to you here.
But generally, when you get home invasion, I know you're looking for AMA. What's your previous records? You got anything?
She's not on probation.
Okay.
She's not an AMA. The bond schedule, David, do you recall what the bond was set at yesterday? Any way you guys can look that up without too much of a hassle of time?
No.
It would have been Travis Jones.
Look at the docket.
Travis Jones. Travis John from yesterday.
That's under your name, Judge.
All right.
D-A-R-I-O.
Okay. Erica Lane, madam, that's your name?
Very clean, yes.
Travis John. Or John Travis. Travis Johnson.
See what it says there, ma'am? It says, let's see the wrong information they put here. Home invasion, robbery with a firearm.
Well, I don't know what the firearm is, so
We're going to help you out, ma'am. I'm going to help you out right now. I know you said there's a lot of information. It says that officer was working as a sworn law enforcement from Melbourne PD as I was driving my marked patrol wearing a issue uniform. While on patrol in south end of the city, I dispatched that. I spoke with one of the victims, Samuel Barrel.
That's my brother.
Pardon me?
My brother.
Okay. He lives at Fletcher Street with his girlfriend,
Oh.
Shauna, and his friends, Galbraith and Torcote. Samuel advised he was in the kitchen of his residence when he heard his younger sister, Erica, and her boyfriend enter the residence from the back door. Samuel advised he attempted to force the door closed to prevent Erica from entering. He was unable to hold the door shut, and Erica, Travis, and another male forced her into the house.
So that's wrong.
You listen to me, then I'll listen to you. You said you didn't know, so I'm trying to help you out. What they said, then I listen to what you have to say. Right? One at a time, right? Okay, I'm not finished yet. Then I listen to you without an interruption. He attempted to force the door closed. He held the door shut. Erica, Travis, and another male forced her into the house. The other male was a skinny Hispanic. He was wearing a pair of black silk shorts and a black tank top, later identified as Chico. Erica began to demand money from Samuel, saying, "You robbed me." Samuel Ford advised Erica began to swing her arms and hit him. Samuel advised he was defending himself from Erica, was pushing her away from him. Shauna came from another area of the residence and attempted to separate Erica and stop her from hitting Samuel. Travis was holding a gun and pointing it at him. Travis was standing behind Erica, holding the gun above her head, directly at him. A small black semi-automatic gun, and advised it was approximately the size of his hand. Pointing the gun at him, demanding Samuel give him all his money. "Give me the money you got on you now, or I'm going to shoot you." You didn't know where the gun came from? There's where it is.
Okay.
Chico was holding a knife in his hand and also making threats to hurt them. Samuel could not identify a knife looked like or which hand Chico was holding it in. Okay, I also spoke about the incident. Eugenia advised she was sitting outside of the residence working on the garden. Okay, that's about the gist of what's going on here. Let's hear you now.
Okay, the aggravated, let's start with the home invasion. I had permission, and I told my fiance that he had borrowed the money so that none of this happened, but he had actually stole the money from me. Now, I have permission, and I open the door slightly, and guess what I see my brother do? And all his girlfriend and all his little buddies, they're sitting there cleaning their needles out, right? So I open lightly to confront him about the fact that he stole my baby's medicine money to get high, because, you know, his sister didn't know what was going on, and that's how they've been getting high all day. It's the $110 they took for my kid's medicine. So when I openly lighten the door after I have permission, I haven't done anything yet. I have no attacking, nothing. He's scared. He's got the needle in his hand. They're all freaked out because I just pushed the door open and they're all needles and the drugs all over the floor, right? So he comes and closes the door on me. My hand is in the way. So that's where the home invasion comes from. Travis was trying to push him off the door because he was slamming my finger on the door. I have bruises right here. That's the only reason we were shoving on the door. And then I guess the other guy, Jim, that was there, was pushing on it too. So him and Chico were trying to get the door open to get my hand out.
Judge, by the way,
And when I
as a
had,
matter
again,
of
still having permission to go in from his
Judge, as a
sister.
matter of record, the
I-
state's objecting to this because this is a non-adversarial hearing, so her version of the story is not even relevant.
All right. I find it probable cause to hold you, ma'am. I'm looking at your record. You got no kind of record. How about a co-defendant? We took care of him.
Right, what was the bond on his yesterday? Did y'all check that?
The bond yesterday was on the attempted home invasion robbery with no bond.
No bond? Okay, but he
50,000.
had a prior record, sorry.
It was 50,000 on the possession of firearm by convicted felon,
And that
And-
wouldn't apply to her.
and aggravated assault with firearm was 50,000.
All right, I find it probable cause to hold him. Ma'am, you're going to get, and the public defender was appointed for John,
Judge of conflict.
so we're going to appoint conflict for Miss Barrel. There's always two sides to the story. How many babies you got?
Dude,
Count one, madam. You got to stay away from this house. Is this a house they're renting or what?
they own that house. I don't want to go near the house. I just want to go over
Who
there.
owns that house?
Well, technically, I guess his grandmother did, or the neighbor does, technically, because his mom is sick, so, I guess the neighbor, right?
Who's his? Your brother?
Yeah. His mom is sick, so I guess,
You and him are not from the same mom?
no, we share the same dad, not different moms.
All right. Find it probable cause to hold you. This is a very serious matter. I'm going to put your bond in count one at $5,000 cash or surety. Count two, madam, battery, that'll be $500 cash or surety.
That's below the schedule, by the way.
I understand that. $500 and $5,000. I've taken a record into account. I've read the 923 and the police affidavit, and under the circumstances, I feel that's a fair and reasonable bond. Stay away from these folks. Don't go near them. Don't call them. Don't visit them. Don't have anything to do with them. You understand that? Your good record is saving you, and I'm sure the truth of this matter will come out one day. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you can rest assured the state attorney will do the right thing. When we see this many people living together, a bell starts ringing. You understand that? Good luck to you.
Judge, are you including the co-defendant in that, no contact?
No contact with any, bring her back for me, please, deputy.
Sorry.
No contact with any of these parties. This Chico is bad news for you. You understand that?
Yeah.
Stay away from him.
Thank you.
You're lucky you're not faced with a homicide charge. It don't take long for a gun to go off. You understand that? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
A shove, a push. Oh my God, I didn't intend to do that. Stay away from Chico, stay away from this house, stay away from your brother, stay away from any of his friends. You understand that? Have a seat. Wheelchair, Alethea wheelchair. Find it probable cause. So, ma'am, you're charged with battery, domestic violence, battery, and a firefighter. You understand that? Find it probable cause to hold her. Public defender appointed. Count one, the bond will be $25,000 cash or surety. All other bonds remain unchanged. Public defender appointed. Not to have any contact with these parties. You understand that?
Yes, sir. So you saying the first charge?
The first charge, you got no bond. I put your bond at $25,000. Next matter will be Sharmonica Knox. Which city you live in, madam?
I'm living in Melbourne.
Can you read that big notice we got right there for you? Help me out, please.
I live in Melbourne, Florida. And I ain't been there so long. I only lived like 2 months.
You're charged with battery and firefighter, Knox, battery and dating violence. Battery and a firefighter, I find it probable cause to hold her. Got the money to pay for your attorney?
No.
How long you live in Brevard County, you said?
This 2 months.
Where you moved from?
Shreveport, Louisiana. No, not Shreveport, Louisiana. Ripley, Mississippi.
Louisiana and Mississippi are two totally different places. How come you confuse them?
Because I lived in both states, so, you know.
Battery, domestic violence, you got a violation of injunction twice this year already. That was dropped.
Yeah.
Terrell Davis is your ex-boyfriend.
Yes, sir.
Don't call him, don't visit him, don't have anything to do with him. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Completely stay away and no contact.
Yes, sir.
Madam, on number 2, battery Leo or firefighter, $25,000 cash or surety.
25,000.
Correct.
And then it's 10% as well.
I don't know, ma'am. Battery, domestic violence, $750 cash or surety. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with him. You understand that?
Yeah.
Complete stay away.
Okay.
Next,
Appointing the public defender.
public defender appointed on all matters unless otherwise stated.
Thank you.
David L. Britton, number 7.
When I left here and went to Alabama and went to prison. I missed the court date when I was in prison, so.
Failure to appear for dockets under criminal mischief, false or arm of fire. How long you been in prison?
From last May to May 20th. A whole year and a couple days.
Pre-trial was he failure to appear while he was in prison?
Judge, as you're aware, if we know that they're in prison, a warrant is issued so that they are actually brought back when they're released from prison to get back here.
I got the letter, it said get back, but when I got back here, it was a warrant in the
I
computer.
understand that. You done your prison time or you got to go back?
I'm on probation in Alabama. I just came home on a pass, just tried to get this handled. So I really just need an OR and a court date if I can show back up at the court date. I'm on probation right now. If I don't show up by Monday, I violate my probation.
Show up where? Where you live?
I stay in Brevard, Alabama. That's why I'm on probation. I'm in Mexican right now, getting this transferred.
Where's your probation?
In Brevard, Alabama.
Okay, now, how come you end up here? You got to get probation to travel.
I got a transfer. I got a pass to transfer to leave.
For how long?
To the 16th.
Today is the 16th.
I need to be back tomorrow. I need to be back. I'm leaving. That's why I need the OR. I don't understand. I faxed all the paperwork to.
Pre-trial, was he in prison at the time? She's looking.
Judge, I believe the Register of Actions reflects that he was in prison according to some of the minutes that were filed.
Okay. What do you suggest then, Mr. Beatty?
Is there a bond on the warrant?
5,000.
5,000, and post the bond, and he gets.
How can I post the bond when I sent you the paperwork. I don't have any money to post the bond. I'm just not getting out. I've been out of prison for 3 weeks. If I don't make the bond, then I violate my probation. I don't understand. It wasn't my fault. Y'all released me to Greenville, Alabama. And y'all sent the paperwork to Greenville, Alabama say, let him be released.
All right, madam. I said, this matter only, I'm releasing him ROR.
I did not release myself and then come see
You need to be quiet.
Your Honor, I don't have an application for him for the public defender or appointment of counsel.
Can you afford your own lawyer, sir?
No, sir, but I will take a public defender.
Anybody ever told you talk too much? Did I ask you if you're going to take the public defender or not? I asked you if you can afford your own lawyer.
No.
You need to stop talking so much. You can't talk yourself out of trouble. You understand that? You can talk yourself into trouble. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Why don't you be quiet and make the public defender work easy? I release him ROR, madam. Public defender appointed. Give him a date to appear in court. Your excuse not going to work again if you don't show up. You understand that? You understand that? Good. Give him a date to appear in court.
That's going to be a docket selling date, and it's going to be August the 11th at 9 o'clock in Titusville.
You
It'll
got
be on
two-
your paperwork.
You got almost 2 months to come back. Keep in touch with your public defender. He'll tell you how to get in touch with him. That will conclude this matter.
Can we have him fill out the application before we
Yes,
leave?
fill out the application
Thank you,
for the public defender.
thank you.
Next matter will be Travis Day.
Morning, sir. My name is Travis Day.
Driving license suspended, contempt violation of pretrial release. You got no bond. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Remain unchanged. Public defender appointed.
Judge, he's got private counsel.
Yes, you got, I noticed you got Mr. Wagner.
Oh, that's correct.
That's correct. That's his attorney. Will retain, madam. That's how you all tell me to say it. Will retain. Robert Franklin, number 20. My clerks have trained me to say will retain.
Judge, you've got Aaron Dyer next.
Aaron Dyer should be next, Your Honor.
Aaron Dyer, I thought I took care of that. Number 17, thank you. Number 17. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felony child abuse. Erica Hughes is the, that a witness?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
26.
Aaron Joel Dyer. Defendant was driving gold Taurus bearing that Carpenter Road when he was involved in a road rage incident with a black pickup truck. James stated Aaron pointed a silver revolver at him through the windshield over the steering wheel of Aaron's vehicle. He attempted to get away from Aaron. Aaron continued to follow him in the vehicle as he turned south on South Street and then turned left. Conducted a felony traffic stop on the gold Ford Taurus. At that time, a white female later identified Erica Hughes was removed from the driver's seat of the vehicle. A 3-year-old child was in the vehicle. Black case was seen in plain view of the passenger seat. Toddler was sitting inside the unlocked case was a silver revolver with a black handle and 5 .38 caliber rounds. Gave a confession to this incident. You got to stay away from Erica Hughes. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Gavin, you're Gavin Dyer, James Blair.
Yeah, James Blair is the black F-150.
Judge, Ms. Hughes is neither a co-defendant or a co-conspirator. There's no need to keep in contact with her.
My fiance, we've been together 8
There's a
years.
public defender case. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, madam.
And Judge, there's no evidence whatsoever that the child was distressed or abused in any fashion, form.
I understand that. $25,000 cash assured in count 1. Felony child abuse, $750 cash assured. Stay away from these folks. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete you, and also not to own, possess, or carry any firearms or ammunition. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you have any weapons, you got to turn them into the police.
No, I don't have any.
Have a seat. Robert Franklin, number 20. Charged driving while license suspended and failed to appear for a plea. That matter, your bond is $2,500. Remain unchanged. You haven't. What's your name?
My name is Robert Franklin.
Robert Franklin is number 20, madam. Is that correct? And let's see. Robert Franklin, harassing phone calls, harassing an on-site view. You got a community control you've been violating. You understand that?
I didn't know it was violated, sir.
Yeah, I know. That's when you're going to come to a hearing for. The judge got you at no bond. You understand that? Remain unchanged. Public defender appointed.
Judge, you
I
get
I have
private
an attorney.
counsel.
You got a private attorney, and pardon me, Michael Barber.
Right.
Next would be Stephen Murphy, number 37.
Well, back on Mr. Dyer, did you go ahead and leave the no contact with the witness in place for Ms. Hughes? or did you go
Correct.
ahead and-
Complete stay away
Thank you.
from the driver, Miss Hughes.
Thank you.
Arrest warrant, sexual battery or threat. Find it probable cause to hold him. The affidavit will act as probable cause. The affidavit on the warrant. All bonds remain as posted on the warrant.
Mr. Murphy intends to hire.
Contained for the defendant to be present. You will get your own attorney, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will retain. Next matter will be Spear, Michael Spear, number 51. No motor vehicle registration. You got a failure of appearance, so you made a small matter real big. Why didn't you show up in court, my friend?
The court dates were rescheduled,
Hmm.
and on the 9th, I was arrested for one of the FTAs that was supposed to be rescheduled. I had just bonded out on that on the 11th. Now they're taking the two, well, because the two were supposed to be one, but now they're separating again.
Hmm.
I just bonded out.
What else is keeping you in jail right now?
Nothing, sir.
No motor vehicle registration, madam, and that's whose case is this?
Judge Friedland.
I'm going to release him ROR.
Judge, statute prohibits an ROR for an FTA.
I understand that. I find a defendant is charged with no motor vehicle registration. He's got a failure to appear. I find it's against manifest justice to deny him his liberty for a matter of that nature.
Judge, statute says that you can't be released ROR on an FTA.
I release him ROR. Have a seat, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, he intends to either hire or represent himself.
Sir? Sir? Bring him back, deputy. You're not to drive a vehicle, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a valid, unless you have a valid license, you're not to drive any vehicle at all.
I actually have a valid license and a completely registered legal vehicle. Thank you, sir.
Next matter. Michael Spear, Jasmine Jimenez, number 26. Grand theft, forgery, uttering a forged instrument, Publix, Merritt Island. Find it probable to get an arrest warrant. What's your name, madam? The arrest warrant, the affidavit will act as probable cause. Your bond will remain unchanged. You got to stay away from Publix and Merritt Island and timeout clothing. You understand that? Anything you'd like to say? Good luck to you. I wish you well. Your bond remain unchanged, 5,000 and 5,000. Ronald Mersley.
This Mr. Morsley, before he comes up, that's an on-site, and Orange County does not pick up on on-sites.
What do you suggest we do then, Mr. Beatty?
On whom?
Morsley got an on-site and they don't pick up, they said out of county.
Morsley,
Number 4 on your
MLR.
docket, number 4 on your docket.
Before the on-site state. Well, Judge, actually, this is an interesting issue. Orange County says they only pick up warrants, and this is in fact a warrant by DOC. This was not
Yeah,
an
that-
oversight by law enforcement.
We've had this
was a
issue before.
DOC probation officer that arrested him.
But it's still an on-site.
Well, it's not really, because...
Yes, it is. It's not signed by a judge, so it's an on-site.
It's an on-site.
What would you, give me some guidance, Mr. Beatty? I know we've had this issue before.
The state's position is he stays here till Orange County comes and gets him.
How long, what are we gonna do, madam?
The Orange County Sheriff's Office just doesn't get to arbitrarily decide people get released when they're violated by probation.
I understand that. What are we gonna do, madam? We'll give them 3 working days to come and get him. If they don't pick him up in 3 working days, we'll bring him back before the court, and we've exhausted all other remedies, and we'll take appropriate action.
If that's what you choose to do, Your Honor. Otherwise, Orange County has indicated they will not pick up for on-site.
I understand that. I'll give him 3 working days to come and get him. We'll notify Orange County. If they don't come and get him, we'll have to take other action. Can't stay in jail indefinitely.
That'll be Tuesday, June 21st.
Have a seat. Canny, Benjamin Canny. Find it probable cause to hold him. Public defender appointed, bond remains unchanged. Next. Benjamin Canny, maybe Mark Cook.
Mark Nathaniel Cook, Your Honor.
You charged with grand theft, 65, arrest warrant, sir. Patricia Hinson, don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her, complete stay away. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The affidavit will act as probable cause, the bond will remain unchanged, ma'am. The bond will be as stated on the warrant.
Thank you.
You got the money to pay for your attorney?
Oh, no, I don't, Your Honor.
Public defender appointed.
On
Yes, let's hear you.
She is my grandmother, and she is the one. I just talked to her last night. And she's been calling the Palm Bay Police Station trying to get these charges. She's got Alzheimer's, and I don't really want to talk about the case, but she's trying to get me out right now.
Yeah, she's trying to get you out because you keep calling her and harassing her. That's number, Cook, number 4,
Well,
number 14. Don't call her, don't visit her, not going to do it. Stop calling her, you understand that? The reason she's trying to get you is because you keep calling her and frightening her. You understand that?
Don't take her calls.
You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. Don't call her anymore.
Okay.
Because if you're calling her again, you'll be charged with tampering with a witness. You don't want that, do you?
No.
The state is listening. Right now, you presume not guilty.
All right.
At a day when we get to hear your side and your version, matters might be different. You understand that?
Yes,
So
Your
don't
Honor.
make, in other words, I'm not taking sides with anyone, but I'm just trying to protect your rights and prevent you from pulling in new charges. You understand? In other words, don't make the matter worse.
Right.
Listen to Mr. Kennedy. He's representing you. Let him do your talking for you.
Okay.
You understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Any questions you have for me? I can't help you with a bond because the one bond is set in the warrant. But your attorney will petition for a bond hearing. The bond is only temporary.
Right.
You have a bond hearing, then you will have some say. If your grandma wants to, she can appear and have a say also.
Right.
All right?
All right.
Good luck to you. Next matter will be James UE number 25. Domestic violence. Antoinette Hallsworth. Stay away from her. You understand that?
That's kind of going to be hard to do if I have to get a judge like yourself to understand what really happened. We were in the process of...
It's not going to help you any to discuss this with the court.
The lawyer don't like you to talk about the case because then I must warn you that everything you say is being recorded and could and would be used against you. I know it's hard because you figure if I know the whole story, it might influence the bond and all of that, but then if I know the whole story, it might affect your rights. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
It's not that I don't want you to leave and say, man, that judge wouldn't even listen to me. No, we just don't want you to convict you with your own words. How long you live in Brevard County?
This last time, 16 years.
Victim, Antoinette Hollingsworth, your wife. Complete stay away. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
Sir.
Let's see what it says here now.
Mr. Huey intends to either hire or represent himself.
You're going to get your own lawyer?
I told them when I was bonded, I mean, not bonded, but brought in here, that they asked who my lawyer was, and I gave them Steve Casanova's name, but I never was able to call him or anything to tell him.
Defendant was drunk and got upset with her because she had her phone. Grabbed the arm of the victim and tried to get her phone, leaving a bruise. The defendant then fell over a table in the living room, then attempted to help the defendant off the ground. At this point, the defendant threw a glass of wine at the defendant, missing her, but splashing wine all over her. The defendant gave a statement saying that his wife of 26 years attacked him. Mr. Huey, I'm looking at your record. You have a clean record.
Sir, I'm just turned 80, and I've never been in jail or prison or anywhere like that.
How many years you been married?
We've been together since 1990, and only got married in 2005.
Complete stay away. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
I do, sir.
Do not go back where she lives. I'm going to let you go back one day with the police to get your essential items.
Okay, thank you.
Find it probable cause to hold him. I'm going to release him to community supervision. You working?
No, sir, I'm retired at 80.
What did you do?
I worked in the military and civil service for the government for 35, close to 40 years.
You have the money to pay for your own attorney then?
Yes, sir.
We'll retain, madam. Community supervision. Good luck to you. I'm going to send you home. Complete stay away. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her.
Thank you.
Your good record is saving you. Christopher Kane, number 27 and 28. Mr. Kane, you got an on-site VOCC, you got no bond. Remain unchanged, and then the next charge, aggravated assault with a firearm. Lindsay, Dwayne, Thomas, don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with them. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You got an arrest warrant. The affidavit on the warrant will act as probable cause. The bond is no bond, remain unchanged.
There's also AMA, Judge.
AMA hold, madam. Next matter will be Dakota Shasteen. Got 4 cases. How old are you?
18, sir.
Pardon me?
18, sir.
You got a whole bunch of cases in here, my friend. Burglary, grand theft, on-site. The on-site, madam, no bond remains unchanged. Just a minute, let me finish, then I'll listen to you, my friend.
Sure.
I would listen to you without interruption. Number 48, on-site, no bond remain unchanged. Number 49, on-site, no bond remain unchanged. And number 50 for Shasteen, all burglary matters remain unchanged, no bond. Let's hear you, sir.
Alright, I just got a couple questions.
Pardon me?
I said I just got a couple questions.
Yes.
I was wondering why my paper says that I'm a violent offender. Because I don't have no violent charges, I didn't think.
Mr. Beatty, can you answer that question for him?
Well, let's see, there's the prior, he's on probation for a, hold on.
I got a number of burglaries here.
I'll give you the answer that he qualified. Well, actually, it says it on there, but he doesn't qualify. Mr. Shasteen does not qualify. I don't know why they put that on there.
We're going to try and remedy that, folks. If you all can remedy that violent offender level.
Well, it's our office that makes the decision, and we decided he's not, so it doesn't much matter what anybody else wrote on there.
Well, it kind of does, because if the jail thinks that, then...
Then they're going to put you in a different level, right?
Thank you, sir.
Let the record reflect that the state attorney has reviewed their record, and they are now removing any label of violent offender from this.
Well, he never had that label.
He said they got it in his paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, the PTR sheet put it on there, but I don't know where that came from.
They'll stamp it for.
Madam PDR, can you correct
Well,
that?
I see why probation put it in the 923. I have no idea where probation got that.
Yeah.
Madam PDR, if you can correct it so this gentleman is not placed in a violent offender category. Okay, my friend, so that helps you out. What else?
And, so, I know the charge was for failing my drug test. So, is it like I get charged 4 different times because I have 4 different cases, or?
Exactly.
Yes.
Alright,
One for each case.
and so my bond stays at no bond?
That's what the judge says.
Alright, when's my court date?
I can look at what it was.
Isn't it court? Your court date is,
July
July
25th.
25th at 9 a.m. Now, I have a few questions for you. How old are you?
18, sir.
You got no right to be in here. You finish high school?
No, I was going back.
Yeah, you're going back. You should have left. You should have never left in the first instance. Why you left?
I don't know.
You left to be in here. That's why you left. You had a journey to make, and you've made it now. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So now you're running with the big boys.
Sir.
You're going to get out of here. You need to straighten out.
Sir.
You had some questions for me? Ask yourself some questions. At 18, what are you doing in here? Ask yourself that question. Why are you not in high school? Why you not finish high school? Why you not? Where's your mom and dad?
My mom's in North Carolina, my dad's in Tennessee.
Who you down here with?
My aunt.
So you did a good thing. You asked me some questions. Ask yourself some questions now.
Sir. Thanks, sir.
Let's move on. Steele, Jimmy Steele, number 52.
Yes, sir.
Driving while license suspended, failure to appear, your bond remains unchanged, $2,000.
Yes, they picked me up in Orange County, and my dad, who I'm staying with at the time, he's elderly, and I work full time and take care of him after work, and he can't afford it because he's on SSI. And obviously, I didn't get my check, so I was supposed to get my check on Friday, and I could have had him possibly cash it, but he can't get a hold of my boss because I work for Freedom Mechanical in Orlando, Florida.
Okay, thank you for telling me that. Next.
Okay.
Donnie Austin, number 64.
Means it's 2,000, sir.
Your bond is at 2,000.
Thank you.
This is council review.
Council review, Donnie Lee Austin.
Hello.
You got any money to pay for your own attorney?
No, sir, I don't.
What type of work you do?
I'm safe, sir.
He qualifies, Your Honor.
Public defender appointed.
Thank you.
Sir,
I'm listening.
is there a possibility, I'm in the area, I've been in the area for 40-something, 50-something years, and it's in church regularly, and I'm residentially known in Texas.
Austin, number 64, Mr. Beatty.
Council review.
Yeah, correct, but he wanted to say a few things, so I'm listening. First of which is in church regularly. Go ahead.
As long as he doesn't think he's going to get a bond change.
Go ahead, let's hear you, sir.
I was just wondering whether I could get outside to the locality of my residential area, and so that I get a residential place to stay out there with some relatives or church members, benevolent members of the church.
All right. You're charged with trespass. You understand that? You got a $1,000 bond. I wish I can help you, my friend, but it'll remain unchanged.
Okay.
Next matter will be Keith Edgerton, add-on number 1. How do you say your last name?
Edgerton?
I want to say it right out of respect for you. I want to say your name right. Man. Oh, you got some numbers here, Mr. Edgerton. False or altered ID, false or altered ID, false verification, false verification.
Judge, we're addressing a VOP warrant on this. This is a second VOP warrant that came in. He's previously set by council and has a previously set court date. That came in at no bond.
You got a court date at 6/28, you got no bond, violation of probation. You understand that? What they said, you stole stuff, you pawned it, you got some cash. And you're going to come see Judge Earp on the 28th of this month.
Can I was wondering about bond. It said on my paperwork that I had no bond until first appearance. And I was going to say, I have a full-time job, and I have a wife and a family that I'm the only one that works for, and I need to be able to get out to help take care of them, for one.
I'll leave your bond right there. Your court date is right around the corner.
Well, that court date is not for Judge Earp. That's for a different...
I have it here for Judge Earp, sir. Next.
That's
Chris-
the court date for Judge Irving.
Christopher Thomas.
Yes, sir. How are you, John?
How you doing, Mr. Thomas?
Not too good.
6, 7, 8, and 9. You got 4 cases,
I
sir.
think that's 5 cases, Your Honor.
Really, I think it's only one because the first 3 are not without merit.
On site for Oxycodone, no bond, Madam, number 6.
He also has number 5, Your Honor, if you want to go
Guy
back.
is my neighbor.
back and-
Been neighbors for
we
10
don't miss
years.
that one.
We had break-ins in the neighborhood, and he seen me.
Number 5, on site, no bond remains unchanged. Number 6, no bond remain unchanged. Number 7, no bond remain unchanged. And number 8, on site, no bond remain unchanged.
He's also AMA judge.
AMA hold.
Mr. Kennedy's benefit, robbery conviction in New Jersey in 2000.
This is me, Your Honor.
And they got a wrong man, Mr. Beatty. You got a wrong man. Somebody in the neighborhood using his names and his ID.
No, that's my neighbor who did this. But it just come out in court, so...
It will all come out. It'll all come out, right? When your story is heard, it'll all come out. You'll get your day in court and an opportunity to be heard. You got a wrong man, Mr. Beatty.
Judge, may we have bonds?
You're going to give him quarter man or quarter man? Which one?
Judge, may we have bonds on the new case?
Which is what, madam?
That is number 9, Your Honor.
Number 9.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He walked away too soon.
We need Mr. Thomas, please, back at the podium. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
My apologies, Your Honor.
Number 9,
That was done.
burglary of a dwelling, grand theft, burglary of a dwelling, madam, $25,000 cash or surety.
25,000.
Correct. Grand theft, 3rd degree, 25,000. Use or possession of drug paraphernalia, 250. Next matter will be Quarterman, number 40 and 41.
Need any positions on that one, Your Honor?
Done?
Complete, stay away from Lunar Lake Circle in Cocoa and Ronald Deal. Stay away from the person and the location. Yes, we got introducer, possess contraband, possession of controlled substance, find it probable cause to hold him, 2,000 remain unchanged. Petty theft property, 500 remains unchanged, probable cause to hold him. Complete, stay away from Walmart. They said, I read in the news, sir, Walmart is laying off a lot of people. They said because of this petty theft. They can't afford to pay their workers anymore. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Less petty theft, more money to pay workers. More petty theft, layoffs. You understand that?
Yeah.
Probable cause in each and every count. Bond remains unchanged in each and every count. Stay away from Walmart. That will take care of the out of order, madam.
There's one more.
We got one more?
Christine Grillo.
Who's that? See which one we have, madam.
Are we doing that one on the take out of order?
That's what I was told. It's up to you.
I'm sorry, where,
I had just had her at the end of the add-on. I don't know, did you want her? We can address her now then, Your Honor, if you don't mind. Grillo.
I'll do what
It's the
Mr.
very
Beatty
last-
would, but
This is the
I'll lord Mr. Beatty. He's not online. I'll lord him in which one we're talking about.
very, very last page of your docket, Your Honor.
I was told it was at the end of the docket, but I can handle it now, that's fine. So
It's
now you-
Grillo, Christine Elizabeth Grillo. Bring her up.
Thank you, Gary.
Yes, ma'am. Which city you live in?
I live in Cape Canaveral.
What type of work you do?
I'm waitress, bartending, hospitality.
You got failure to appear for docket signing and receiving, resisting recovery of merchandise and petty theft.
I was incarcerated in Orange County Jail serving my 120 days for the violation of probation on May 26th when I got that failure to appear. So I had no idea about my court date or anything. I violated my probation with that petty theft and I did 120 days in Orange County.
What do you say about that,
Jail.
madam? You have anything on that? What does
I don't
pretrial
have anything.
say?
I think pretrial may have done some research on this one.
This
And
is
I also
Here's
don't,
the PTR sheet, what's your question, Judge?
She's saying that she was in jail when this failure to appear was,
She was not in the Brevard County Jail.
You
was
said
in
he was
Orange
in the Orange
County
County
Jail.
Jail.
I just got transported here from there yesterday.
They'll have to check that out.
That's what we were trying to do.
PTR is helping me out, as they always do.
And Mr. Kennedy, I do not have a completed application. It
Did
looks like
she
she
hear?
might have it there in front.
I don't think she
she's
heard what
checking
it.
that, Your
Oh,
Honor.
she's
She
checking
jumped
on
up.
it.
She jumped up when you mentioned it the first time. Ms. Bradley,
She qualifies.
did you happen to have a PTR too for, is it Grillo?
She what?
I checked there. We'll look again.
I don't know what she's been on.
There you go.
Ms. Grillo, 526, defendant was not in BCJ custody.
It said second.
Orange County Jail.
You said no, it said second.
And we can't confirm that? Whether she's in Orange County or not?
We probably make records, come down there and see if Ms.
Ma'am, have a seat. Now we're gonna really have to put her at the back of the docket.
That's all I wanted to tell you.
Have a seat, madam. I'll call you back at the end of the docket.
That's all we wanted.
Madam, put her documents at the end of the docket, okay?
Yes, sir.
What's your name, sir?
George Mansilla, sir.
What's his name?
I did not, I couldn't hear him.
George Mansilla.
Thank you. Ms. Sillo?
Judge, let me tell you what's going on with this.
This is out of,
This is number
Here's what's
3.
going on with this.
because we want to take a break after the out of work. Yes, let's hear you.
He's here on an out-of-county warrant,
Mm-hmm.
okay? We were notified by FDLE that they had received a tip from law enforcement in Wisconsin that he was saying when he got out of jail, he was going to kill everybody who had put him there. Lawrence has since received an actual letter from Wisconsin State Police to that effect. And I advised them, Judge asked me yesterday if I could give him any legal authority to say that we could change the $5,000 bond that's on his warrant. Gave me 24 hours to look at it. I can't find any authority that he was given 3 days yesterday for Palm Beach County to come get him. Lawrence has notified Palm Beach County, they're coming to get him.
Well, let me say this, Mr. Beatty.
I also advised them, Judge, that they need to notify the judge in Palm Beach County to change that warrant from a $5,000 bond to a no-bond warrant.
All right. I've listened to the state. The state says it cannot find any legal authority to increase the bond.
To change the bond.
I understand that. And the state has presented, let's hear you, sir.
It's my ex-wife, sir.
Which means what?
I divorced her. I just got served,
It's going to help you to sit down.
yes, no, okay.
All right.
I just got served a pre-stalking.
The state has said there's no authority to increase or change the bond. And at the same time, the state has given the court input leading to a prima facie, if not inference, certainly conclusion, that this gentleman has made substantial threats to the life and limb. Did you say law enforcement, Mr. Beatty?
Yes.
Law enforcement and other parties involved, or that he may deem responsible for his incarceration. There is a basic rule of law. Might not be in the statute book, but it's called common sense. And under the circumstances, I find that that basic rule of law applies now. The court has an obligation to protect life and limb of law enforcement and other innocent parties. His bond will now be increased by this court from $5,000 to $100,000.
And Judge,
Based on the principle of common sense and the obligation of the court to take every step necessary to protect the life and limb of law enforcement and innocent parties. And the state has given me, state, I'm going to ask you once again to repeat the input that you just gave me that would demonstrate that the life and limb of law enforcement and innocent parties may be in jeopardy.
yes, Judge, FDLE passed on a message to me, which they received from, and I'll read it, Received a call from an officer with the Wisconsin State Police reporting that George Mancella was released from jail and wants to kill the people that put him there. Caller is unsure if this means law enforcement and/or the individuals who reported the crime. So as a result of that, Palm Beach County has been notified, and Warren advised me today that Palm Beach County says they are coming to get him. So it's not like he's going to sit forever waiting for Palm Beach. They're coming to get him.
I would increase the bond to $100,000 based on the input from the state. Also, I'd put for the record that we live in troubled times. There was a time, and I'm sure Mr. Kennedy and Mr. Beatty would recall, when we'd get these kind of threats and we'd laugh them off. We have traveled well beyond. Sir, I'm not finished with you. Deputy, I'm not finished with this gentleman. There was a time when we just laugh it off. We have since traveled far beyond that, and we know the slightest threat can result in the most extreme harm.
Can anybody just make a threat and it'd be made a law? I just served 15 years in prison. I just got out on Monday. Just got out. I just had 15 calendars. I just was released Monday. On Tuesday, the police surrounded my house, at my mother's house, at gunpoint, because an officer in the Department of this West Palm Beach warrant is because an officer in DOC brought me a cell phone for $200. And now they're trying to give me an outside case. They're trying to make me go back to prison and give me some more time. Haven't I done enough? Listen, I've never touched no children. I've never killed nobody. I've never raped nobody. Never robbed a bank. Never sold a drug. Never had a drug charge. I've got 26 years in prison. How is that possible? My son was molested in this county. You know what? The Brevard County? My son was 8 years old. Was molested by a 17-year-old. They gave the 17-year-old a year in a program. So he turned 18. That was his punishment. My son done missed 2 grades, got a speech impairment, all types of crap now. My daughter was molested in this county. You know what y'all did to her? Her assault. He got probation. But I've served 26 years in prison. I ain't never touched no kids. I ain't never molested, raped, murdered. I ain't never touched no officers. Nothing.
All right. I give you a chance to
But
be
I got
heard.
a $100,000 bond because an officer brought me a cell phone in prison. A guard. That's what West Palm wants me for.
Okay. You finished?
Yeah.
All right. There might be a lot of truth to what you're saying. West Palm's going to cut the $100,000 bond. You have to understand we live in dangerous times. You see the news just like I do. Somebody says they're going to do something. Whether you said that or not, I don't know. We got to take them at their word. Now, does that $100,000 bond mean you're going to stay in jail forever? No. They're coming to get you. They have 3 days to get you. So that's what that $100,000 means. They're on their way to get you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not like it's going to keep you in jail 1 day more than you need to be.
Yeah. How about killing
And I agree with what you're saying. For if you look at the overall picture, like what you said, hey, somewhere here justice is failing.
Sometimes you got it.
You get what I'm saying?
Anybody could pick up the phone and say, hey, this guy's going to kill somebody.
Exactly, but here's what's something that you don't think about. If this is the feeling that you are a violent person and you've threatened to kill somebody, now, listen to me for a minute. Okay. When you get out there, guess what? Somebody will have the right to defend themselves against you, and you might be the victim.
Right.
So I got to think about all of that, my friends. Right. Not only to protect the person whom they say you threaten, but that person now might have a right to come after you, and I got an obligation to protect you also.
Right.
So it's not like I'm saying, okay, keep him in here for another 15 years. They're on their way to get you in 3 days. The state has made that point very clearly. Get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm not judging you before I hear all the facts, but I just have to go along by what I have now. And what I have now means that you didn't get a chance to talk at all. We didn't hear nothing from you. Yeah. And I'm making a decision, okay?
Yes, sir.
But keep in mind, this decision protects you also. Because you know everybody's armed. And if they feel you're the bad guy, They have to protect themselves against you.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yep, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a 5-minute recess for some refreshment, for some a rest stop break, and then we'll come back and resume the docket.